Hey my crafting friends, I'm Pebbles. Welcome to my channel, Qualitas Creations. Today I'm doing a tutorial on the Honeycomb Shaker mini album. And I'll just show you what this one looks like. It shakes. Now open it. I use the Paper Studio Bees Paper Crafting Kit. Here's my dies from KSCRAFT on AliExpress. It's the Honeycomb Shaker Mini Album. I used this die here to cut the pages. And I used 110 pound cardstock that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. I wanted to make sure that my pages were sturdy. And then I used my acetate because I'm going to make this into a shaker. And I cut this. I used this chrome plates when I did my die cut. And it worked perfect. I used the plastic over it. Oh my goodness, I know, look at this terrible, isn't it? It's all beat up. I like doing die cutting, so I'll set that aside. And there's my acetate. And then I have 2 foam pieces. This is to make my shaker. And what I did for those, I used this die. And I put this die inside of it. If I can, there. And I purchased this from Hobby Lobby. It's the 12 by 18 inch 2mm foam sheet. It was only 99 cents. So I cut out 2 because they're really thin. So I put this on top and ran that through my die cut machine, and I did it twice. I have 2 of them here. And then I have this piece right here. And let me show you what the honeycomb looks like. I cut the honeycomb out in, let me set these over here, black and this dark yellow color. Now when I cut this out, just to let you know, see this thin one right here? You have to put this piece right here over this one when you're doing your die cutting. Now this paper right here and the black paper, the yellow, dark yellow and the black paper, they're 65 pound cardstock. So in order to cut that out, you need to use these 2 dies. There's 2 of them. Make sure you put this one on top. And if you're afraid of your dies slipping when you put them on your paper, I purchased the special tape over at Michael's. I think it was like 6 something. And you can use this to put on your paper and hold your die down. It works really nice. So put that aside. And then I used this die again, and see how it's stitched right here? I used this die to cut out this first of all. You can see this part. This is stitched. And then, so when I run this through my die cut machine, it looks like this when it comes out. I pop this part off, and then I'm left with the stitched part. And I'll show you how I use these stitch parts. And I did this with different colors of paper, so I'll set that aside. And I'll show you more dies as we go along. But let's go ahead and get started on this. So we're going to start on the shaker. I need these two, the acetate, and 2 of these. Now this one I did in this yellow color. So this time I think I'll do it in black instead. It's time to make the shaker mix. Now I have some seed beads left over from the other shaker mix in here, so I put those in here. And I want a little more. So I will show you what I have here. So I'll put white. I just love this beautiful like clear color. And this has yellow, white, and a clear. And a little scoop of black seed beads. I'm gonna mix them around. Now this is how I make my shaker mix. Doesn't mean you have to make your shaker mix exactly like mine. You make your shaker mix however you want. I was gifted this gorgeous shaker mix. Let me show you what it looks like. Oh my goodness. Isn't this so pretty? It even has like little honeycombs in it, little teddy bears. It's so cute. So I'm throwing this in here. Mix it up a little bit because I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I have from the jewelry shop, it says mini moon confetti. But you won't really be able to tell it's moons. It's like a gold confetti. I only paid 49 cents for it. It was originally $1.99. So I'd like to use a little bit of this. Or maybe a lot. Oops. Spilled that a little more than I had anticipated. Let's see here. A little more sequins than I had originally anticipated, but look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm gonna leave it just like that. A beautiful mistake. Well, maybe it's not a mistake, just not exactly how I thought it would turn out, because I added a little more sequins than I originally wanted to, but I like it. So we'll set that aside. We'll work on this. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is take these 2 foam pieces. I have this tape right here. It's 2-sided tape. I can just find the other end of it. And here's my first piece, and I'm going to add tape to the second piece. Now that I removed the backing of the tape on all sides, I'm going to add a little bit of glue. I'm just putting little dots like this. And if you don't have foam, that's okay. Some people just use cardstock and cut out many pieces of this and just layer it up, and that's fine too. Whatever you have available. If you don't have foam, you can use multiple pieces of cardstock and, you know, cut these out in cardstock and just layer them. That's fine. Now I just have to put this on top of this one. So I'll pick this up so I can really get a good look at it. I just want to line everything up, make sure everything's matching. Let's press it down. Then I'll remove the backing of this tape. And then I'll attach the acetate to the foam. I cut out a piece like this with white cardstock. And I've been looking for it, and I remembered my cat took off with it. So if you saw my short from yesterday, you would notice that Mimi took off with this. But I found where I put it. She just jumped on my desk yesterday. Now I have this acetate here, so I will use the tape, put the tape around here, remove the tape, add the glue, and then place it on. So I'll be right back. I have the glue. I have just a few seconds to make sure everything's lined up nicely. And it looks like it is. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I like to have it lined up pretty good. Let's come up just a bit. And this is what it looks like so far. I have to add this right here, and then I will add the stitch part. Flip this over, and I'll add glue. Okay, this is the front. I will add my sequin mix. Just spreading it around. I'll add the glue, the tape. Now you can add as much sequin mix in here as you want. You don't have to add as much as I do. My sequin's trying to escape. Here we go. And there's different ways to making shakers, so whatever way works for you. I'm not saying that you have to do this exactly the same way I'm doing it, because maybe you want to add the foam here first and then put your sequins in, put your acetate and then your other piece of paper over. I mean, if you want to do it like that, that's fine too, whatever works for you. This is just what's working for me right now. So I'm going to try to line this up. So I will be moving this around. It lines up, I'm pressing it down. Make sure it's secure. I didn't use all my sequin mix, but that's okay. I feel like I used a lot. I'm going to flip it over, and this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see all the sequins there. Sorry about the glare. You can definitely hear it. I love that sound. All the sequins and the seed beads together. And next, it's time to decorate. I purchased these die cuts also from KSCRAFT. I was thinking about this one last time. A beautiful. But it would probably have to go this way. I don't know about that. It's kind of long. I have Queen Bee. Kind of cute. Have Honeybee. Beehive. Buzzin'. I kind of like the buzzin'. Let's see. Last time I used Beehive. I might use this one. Or maybe I should use a different yellow. Different yellows in here. Let me just see what I have. What do you think about that one? Yeah? No? Okay, how about this? Flip it around so you can see it a little better. I think it gives a little contrast. I kind of like that one. It's between this one and so I think this one just kind of blends in. It's the same exact colors, so it just kind of blends in. That's why I'm thinking maybe. And see, the background blends in with that, so it's not exact, but I feel like it really just gives it a little more color there. So I like that. I think I will use that. This is the wings. This is the body of the bee. And then you can see this is the bee. This one I think you can see a little better. This right here, the yellow part, is this die. Now if I flip it over, do you see the black part? That's this style right here. And then of course, we have wings. And the wings are right here. And that's this style. So I have a couple done already. I think I want to use these two. They're already done. And what I did with these two is the body is down here, and I put a little piece of foam. I don't know if you can see the foam is right there to make it more 3D. And then I added more wings, so I let this dry for a little bit. There's a pair of black wings right here. So I'll just kind of pull them together. And then I have yellow. Then I have the black, and then I have the yellow. You don't have to put that many wings if you don't want to. I just like the look. See how it looks? I think it looks pretty cool. So I will probably put one bee right around here somewhere. And then another bee over here. I might put some flowers. I'm not sure yet. Thank you for spending time with me today. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up and leave a positive comment. I hope everyone has an awesome rest of the week. Stay safe, stay positive, and keep crafting. Bye, my crafting friends.